Right, hello. Hope everyone's having a good week. Swap over to... No, that. There we go. We got there. Right. Audio sounds good. That's all fine. I need to tone it down a bit on my end. That'll be alright around about there. Cool. So, when was the last time we did Godot stuff? Feels like a while back, but it's probably just on like Friday last week. Is that meant to be like that? Be like that. Cool. So last week when we were working on this, we got to a point where we could place units on our grid and we could change the size of the grid, and I think that's kind of it. So settings aren't linked up to anything yet, but we have a map size. So we do a 9x9 and we do 2 units. We can now, with our 2 units, click on our side of the board and place them, and if you click again you can remove, and it removes the option to confirm, so you can move and replace them. So that was the functionality we got to last week. And actually, if we interrupt this and go back to start, do a different board size and fewer units, need to make sure that it doesn't go off the edge of the board. That's fine. That also works. And then if we go into, let's do a smaller map size again and do 4 units. Yeah, so it is clearing the board. It's putting our pieces on, and it's resetting the count correctly. Good. Okay, so today what I want to try and do is, I think I want to split map size out into rows and columns. It might eventually turn into a drop down list of like map names, and we'll have to show on the left hand side here like a preview of what that map will look like. And then I think we want to split out units into some different types, because eventually we're going to have different values of units, and I think it'll be good to be able to split that down. We've got a pretty hard deadline at the end of the stream, so I need to dash off. I don't want to put too much onto the task for today, but I think that's all right. So if we do like a few different types of units like this might teach us what Godot's version of a scriptable object would be. So we have like a list of potential units, and we can add that as our drop down rather than entering these in individually. And maybe we have like a settings script, so a bit like this game state here, probably some more enums about what can be set in the drop downs. I think that'll be good. But yeah, as usual, we're gonna do a couple of dailies to wake our brain up. I think what I'm gonna do, because I've got a bit less time for stream today, I'm gonna leave word salad, strands, Sydney to Nodal, and the travel challenge for another day. Well, travel challenges are weekly. We'll do travel date. Now I'm going to leave travel daily as well. And we're going to do, we will do strands. Let's do it that way. So hashtag Betweenle, Wordle, strands, connections, and the mini. I think we'll do it all in one go, and then we won't have it for the second break. So hashtag is Wordle in 4 ways, where they're giving you all the letters and you just have to swap positions to make up the 4 words. They're always reading left to right or top to bottom. And I normally say vowels are a good starting point if there's a few, if there aren't a lot of vowels. At the moment we've got 2 I's, an A and an E. So our best bet is to figure out where they all go, because I think pretty much every single 5-letter word will need at least one vowel. This I is serving both these. There's no R in this. It's probably, this could be 8, which would use up the E. Hey Zimni, how's it going? Have you had a good weekend? And yeah, also we might do a little bit of initial thoughts and analysis of Into the Breach that we played on, was it Saturday over the weekend? Nice. Hope it's not too stressful. Nice easy afternoon. What else could we have here? In between the I and the H, if it's not going to be an R, can't do like width or anything like that. I think there's got to be a G here. And this can't be an R at the end, so should we swap this G and this R? Let's try that. Yeah, okay. So we want a T at the end here. Just figuring out which one. Oh, documentation. Oh no. I hope it's not too bad. Okay, so we have a T, A, and H in this column. We have the P and the D. Maybe we should be able to work out what this word is. Because the D and the P can't come straight off the R. So we can swap these two. And that's obviously got to be rapid. That's the only A. 40 pages. Oh. Just got to get some good music on that you can like power through it. I think that has to be the A there. Does that make sense with the B there? Then this would be like habits. That looks good. So we'll swap these. It's all right, yeah. I was just showing that we've got this from, I think it was maybe Friday last week. So we can choose like a map size from the drop down and a number of units. And obviously the camera has got to be a bit different, but you can place on your side of the board. Why can I not click there? That's interesting. Why is it not registering that one? It is registering it. Ah, that's weird. Okay, we've got some bugs to look into. Something wrong with the top row there. I thought this was all working quite nice and stable, but apparently not. So then if we swap this and have like a different number of units and different map size, it'll clear the board and allow us to set. See, this one's okay. No, there's still some. Why is this not working? Well, we haven't fully tested it, so but it felt like it was working well. So this square, for some reason, it doesn't like. This square. Are there any others? This square. Is it changing? There's loads of squares. Okay. Well, that's going to be something to look into. I'm sure that it's just. I reckon it's probably down to the dictionary we're using. Remote game state. Yeah, look, it thinks we've still got place units everywhere. Oh, this isn't clearing. That's why. Yeah, I think I know what it is. I think it's just that we're filling out the dictionary, and when we go back to the main menu, we're not clearing the dictionary. So it still thinks the units are there from the previous setup. So this first attempt, we should be completely fine. And there shouldn't be any squares we can't... Oh, no, there is a square we can't click on. It might not be that, but it's probably something similar to that. Six, 6, and 5, 6. Okay, but we'll find this. We'll find some... we'll do some bug fixing first then. But yeah, we've got these two different game states. We've got the setup phase, and then once we're in it, we can select our units. So I was just going to play around a bit more with some of these map settings today. Okay, so yeah, I and E's got to swap. And what's this going to be? This is going to be right. So we'll do that. Perfect game. Nice. So we saw there's more AI controversy on LD. No. What is in this AI submissions? Or are people using like AI to play rate? Just like spam comments everywhere and reviews. Okay, then what we do next is we take these into our Betweenle. So 8 habit rapid writes. We most likely won't be able to get. Someone was making comments generated by ChatGPT, but copied it with the prompt. Oh my god. ChatGPT is going to be an interesting one for future game jams. I feel like the admin of LD is getting worse and worse for Mike to be able to do on his own. Right, so 8, and then habit. Oh, okay. So we can't actually guess our other words here because they all fall alphabetically after 8, and in between all you can't. It stops you guessing words outside of the current range indicated. So we get an easier start today. So we're a lot closer to the very start of the dictionary. So let's do like yeah, let's do. Can we do something begin? Let's try that. 2.6. Max. Okay, we're in the A territory. Just checking. Didn't use it for the game itself. Oh, checking at the start of this, and it's impressive. If you want to use it as explaining how to do something in GG script. Ah. Yeah, the quality of ChatGPT has definitely come on a long way. And I feel like I wouldn't be too upset about people using it as like a quicker version of Google, because it gets you to results quicker. I mean, even to the sense that when you first start looking for something in Google, you don't really know what terms you want to search for. And I guess asking some generative AI and say like, this is what I'm trying to do. Can you give me a rundown of how I'd learn to do this? Then at least it gives you the terminology to be able to search properly. But anything that you're going to submit, like actual code, if you copy and paste it from ChatGPT, I think you're taking your own risk there. It just shows what to click and where, and writes the codes. If you ask how to do something specific, it's faster. Yeah, it's just faster use of Stack Overflow, pretty much. My main issue with it has been that for like web development, because I'm using SvelteKit most of the time, it doesn't really know what the current iteration of SvelteKit is. So you get a load of code that's outdated and defunct, which is always a big risk. Let's try Arena. But it's yeah, it's still useful to give you like a rough idea of what you're meant to be doing. But yeah, as you said, it's getting better and better. Oh, wait. Okay, somewhere in between these. Auras. Let's see where we are. Okay, further up. Atlas. Let's try that. Oh, nice. Okay, and then we're going to take this into Wordle. It's able to switch between 3.5 and 4 just by asking to write in a specific version. That's quite useful. Right, we're using Atlas as our starting word. Not a great starting word. Prone. It gives us some good letters. Rare. I want something like Revow? Is that a word? It is, but it doesn't help us here. Can't do cover. Coda? Oh, we're so close. Right, let's write some of these out. Cora we could have. It could be a double R. Cogger. Cobber. Cocker. Coma. Cobber. Coxer. Koya. Let's try Cora. There we go. Nice. Right, we'll do a quick Strands. Beast mode. Beast mode. What's that going to be? See, like scare. Let's just get some hints here, because I don't want to stick around too long on these. Hair. How's hair beast mode? Okay, let's just use hints today. Horn. So are these going to be like animal? Why is nail not then? Can we see animals? And no. 3. Reef. Grit. Tail, of course. No. Fringe. They're like poor or... Sure, yeah. I'm kind of rushing through these today, so I want to get a few other bits done. Scale. Oh, not there. Scale here. Let's go. Oh. Nice. Thank you. Ooh, scarf maybe. Hey Omega, how's it going? Can't get to scarf now that we've used these ones, I don't think. Because we get stuck around the A there. Unless there's another... Or maybe shell? Fur, I think, will be too short. I think it has to be at least 4 letters, but we'll just check it. Yeah. And there'll also be one that goes from one side of the grid to the other. So that's the spangram. So it's probably going to end up down here with like acre. So something acre. It's got to be at least 4 letters. And to do with beast mode. So we've got scale, shell, horn, hair, and tail. A grin. Oh, we can take another hint as well. Let's see where another word is. A wing, obviously. So all of this is 2 more words. So they're both quite long words, unless the spangram is like a massive... The spangram can be like 3 words, well, I think up to 3 words that relate to this theme. And it has to touch 2 opposite sides, so it'll have to start with... Well, it'll have to at least touch one of these 3 and go down to the E. I don't think it can start at the E, because you'd have to use all of these, and that doesn't work. Maybe we... Oh, wait, creature. I see creature. Oh, if I can get it to follow the right line. Creature. Creature feature is the spangram. And that leaves, what's this? Feather. There we go. Right, connections and the mini, and then we'll get on to the next bit. So connections, you're making groups of 4 that have a theme between them. Drive, Pennywise, Safety, Nickelodeon, Quarterback, History, Dimensional, Homely, Discovery, Joker, Guard, Defense, Oxygen, Democrat, Center, and Ronald. Well, penny, nickel, quarter, and dime I see as starting... Oh, come on. They knew that I would pick up on that. I bet so many people pick up that trend. Starting with American currency. Pennywise, Joker, Ronald, and who's the last clown that you see? Is Homie a clown? I think you're right. There's probably 4 clowns there. But it's probably some American clown that we don't pick up on. So we'll save those We'll remember that that's there. Okay, center guard, safety and defense. Or maybe quarterback. Are these positions in American football? Is there anything else you could have? Let's try that. Yeah, nice. I think that was the easy one, apparently, according to the colours. Oxygen. Defense, Democrats, Nickelodeon, Joker, Discovery, Dimensional. History Channel, Discovery Channel. Something Channel. Nickelodeon Channel. Homie Channel. Democrat Channel. Oxygen Channel. Democrat Channel. Defense Channel. Joker Channel. I don't know what the last one's going to be. I think they're like TV channels. So, got those three. We've got those three. Homie, Dimensional, Democrat, Oxygen, Defense and Drive. Nothing's jumping out at me here. Let's shuffle it and we'll see. Yeah, brain's not working just yet. Pennywise, Dimensional, Discovery, Homie. Homie is just such a weird word. Oxygen, Defense, History, Joker, Nickelodeon, Ronald, Democrat. Maybe Homie's a clown then. Let's try this. Yeah, nice. Who is Homie? Oh, I just want to select. Let me search. Homie D Clown is a 93 video game. That's a very niche. It's a very, very niche clown. Was this really that popular that it deserves being in this? Oh, it's... No, it's definitely got to be this one. Because this is spelt differently. Look, its Wikipedia page is like 2 sentences long. I don't agree with this use. Okay, so we thought Nickelodeon History and Defense. No, and Discovery Channel. So what would the other one be? Oxygen, Drive, Democrat, Dimensional, and Defense. Can you have like a Drive channel? I don't know if that's the thing. I can't see what the other connection is going to be either. I mean, these all start with D. Dimensional channel. We can give it a go. Yeah, that feels quite loose though for a connections category. Pretty sure it's these three. Defense channel. Drive, Dimensional, Democrat, Oxygen. What is that going to be? Or do we try Oxygen then? And that leaves all the Ds. No, because we've got Discovery as well. Yeah, let's try this. Okay, apparently Oxygen channel is the thing. true crime channel. Okay, this got a little bit more apparently. Democrat Drive, Dimensional and Defense. Well, to be fair, this is the purple, so it's meant to be the hardest. Yeah, this is one of the problems with, because these are all made by the New York Times. A lot of the time there's quite an American focus on some of the answers. What's this? Okay, I'm just going to see what D might stand for. I really disagree with this. This is a terrible connections. I think this is probably one of the worst I've seen in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna be salty about it. Oh god. Okay, I hope the mini's gonna be better. Shrimp something. A garlic-y entree. Wow, so fancy. Elegant? No. Yeah, I get the dimensional thing, but drive? I guess on in an automatic car, when you're changing gears, you've got drive and park, and drive will be a D. Democrat and whatever the last one was. Disney's take. This is going to be Frozen. Paid for a poker hand. Anteed? Check. Cool. I'll come back to that. Common place to find a lost TV remote. It's probably down the sofa. With 4 down, farm attraction in the autumn months. Oh, corn maze. Let's do. Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I think that's a very big. That's a huge stretch if that's the the link. Tons and tons. Come back to that one. Begged. Not seeing that. Ian McKellen. Scampi. Ooh la la, maybe. Yeah, so this is going to be anteed. Pled. Nice. How are we doing on time? 38. We might as well do these. We'll do the word salad and we'll leave the other 3. Expressions of gratitude. Well, I see thanks straight away. Thanks. Okay, so that's lost alphabetically. Cheers? No. Expressions of gratitude. What? There's 4 other words here. Gift. Nice. Okay, they're all quite early alphabetically as well. Thanks for that. Flower. Flowers. There we go. A drink. And a card. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to leave the others. Right, so back to our turn-based battler. we'll do... So we've got to do a little bit of bug fixing to see why our unit placement isn't working on every square. I bet it is going to work now that I've just said that. Right, that's fine, that's fine. Wait, we need to go back and use 4. Because then we can test more. Okay, these 2 spaces no. So it's just these 2 spaces at the moment. But what if we confirm this and then go back to our main menu and select another 4? Yeah, so we're not clearing out our dictionary, so we can't do these corners. Okay, let's do that to start with and see if that fixes it. So when we do in our lobby scene, in this ready, we're going to have to clear our dictionary. Which is happening where? This thing, game state.placed units. So where are we setting? Here. So let's do a new function here, which is just reset. Actually, this can just be reset. And this we want to for cell in placed units. Can we just do this? Placed units dot erase cell. Let's do a print cell because I think this is probably going to be incorrect. And then in our lobby here, we can do like game state dot reset. And we need to save all of them. And let's see what that does. What we'll try and do is keep an eye on our game state here, dictionary. Right, are there any cells that we can't click on at the moment? So I think at the first launch it's fine. I think it's got to be the ones that are getting locked into the dictionary. So we confirm this and then we restart the game. I still see a dictionary there. See, lobby ready is called. So this happens. We call reset. So this isn't working at all. I'm pretty sure we're coming into here. Print reset called. I think it's there, but maybe do I have to do like let's Can I loop through a dictionary? Let's have a look in here. Godot loop. Oh, perfect. How do you loop through key value? Loop through dictionaries and keys. I don't really want to go through all of them. But objects in get node. Oh, for key in. Okay. Okay, so for key in place units dot keys, print cell erase. So that might work now. Just do a quick refresh on that, just in case. Right, start game. Let's do a 9x9. We'll do 3 units. We'll place our 3 and confirm. Check in here. Dictionary size 3. That's good. And then if we no other clicks are registering, that's good. Back to main menu. Start game. Dictionary size 0. That looks good. Let's do 4. Okay, I think that looks good. It's back to 0. Cool. Okay, I think that's resolved that first issue. So we'll get rid of some of these prints. No, not like that. This one. Let me actually select. There we go. Okay, so then the next thing I wanted to do was to split out our map size. Now, do I want to split this into rows and columns? Or do I want it to be a selection and we show a preview of what the map looks like? Because that gives a lot more variety. Let's just make a note here of map size be split either rows and columns selection or drop down map names with preview. Okay, so the next one we want is what we want to do is we want to have a unit selection option. So for a start, what have we got in this tile set? we can use some of this tile set as a placeholder for different units. So let's do that. How's this going to work? We're going to have to do it like leave the sprite frames empty, and then when a unit is placed we have to programmatically fill it. When we place a unit at the moment here, unit instantiate, can we do something like unit dot, and unit is of type unit, right? Unit is packed scene. So maybe we make unit a class. Right, how do you do class declarations? Godot class declaration. Class underscore name. And what do they recommend? They recommend Pascal case, isn't it? So let's just do that. And then in here, this is unit of type unit. And then we should be able to say unit dot sprite frames. Sprite underscore frames, okay. How is this working? I don't know what's happening here. Save as. Let's try this. Let's save it in assets. And let's call this, what do we say? Infantry. And then if we do a new sprite frame, and we go to our sprite frames here, can we drag this in? That's not what we want to do. It's here, isn't it? Add frames from sprite sheet. Assets. Let's just do this for the moment. It's a lot more. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 by 17? Really? That doesn't look right. 17 by 18? No, 17 vertically, horizontally 18. Can we zoom in? Yeah, we can. That almost looks right. 16 by, is it 16 by 16? I miscounted. Okay, so 16 by 16 here. Can we zoom out a bit? Yeah. Let's have, what can we use? Maybe one of these mushrooms. Let's do like 1, 2. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 as our sprite sheet. And then, is there a way to save it here? Paste frames, add frame. Oh, it's playing here in the background apparently. Gotta slow that right down. Can we make it boomerang rather than loop? Doesn't look like it. That's fine. We can do here, save as, and let's call this like, what, mushroom or something? And then we'll do one more. Which again, let's use that same tile set. And trying to see what, maybe do something like this. And we'll just call it bush. At the moment, we're just seeing how we, if we can programmatically change the unit type. And that's going to be more than just a sprite frame, though, isn't it? I wonder if this is something that's worth doing. So clearing this, leave it empty in the unit, and then we make a new maybe user interface, and we do these as different unit types. So what do we have? We had a mushroom. And we drag in our unit scene. Oh. And can we set the... We can't set this sprite. There's probably a way to pass this up, isn't there? Either that or we have the animated sprite on here. Oh, 0, 0 is there. Okay, so 35, 35 is what I want. And then scale 4. And then we pass through the mouse through the mushroom layer to the unit. Is that going to be what we want to do? Not so sure I really like that setup, but it might be okay. So really this is just the button. We can delete this. And then we make 2 others like the mushroom. Can we just duplicate? So what do we call it? Bush and infantry. Bit of a mix in between. Operation can't be done on the tree root. What? We need to offset it anyway. Layouts, transform. Like that. And we change this to this. Have that autoplay. Okay, is that all set up? Same here? No. Mushroom. Oh, and we've got to make sure the mouse is ignore. Layouts, transform. Reset this. Position minus 35, minus 35. And then we want one more duplicate. And I'm going to call this infantry. Not quite sure I like this yet, so we're just going to try it and see how this works. Because ideally we don't want to have to tell our map that there's multiple different scenes that it can use. Why is that transform massive? 2 and 2? Yeah. Oh, because the sprite size is different on the different tile sets that we're using. So then if we go back to our script here, can we split this out into number of infantry And then we do bush and mushroom. And actually these are 0 to start with. Yeah, this is a rubbish way of doing this, because we're going to have to duplicate all of the selections. So I think we want like type here, and we want to set the version to the type. So this should be based on type. So event bus unit placed, row column type. And then in our map, where's our event bus? Here. When we're on a map scene, we don't have anything on the side, do we? Oh, we do, don't we? Yeah, unit type. So let's do another enum here of unit types. And this is infantry, bush, mushroom. See what this is doing. So game state.unit type. Can we use that in our setup GUI here? This selection. Can we tie this in? What if we delete these items? And in our setup GUI here, we want to say add item, maybe? let's do a function called fill unit type drop down. We can do function fill unit type drop down. Down. We're going to take for type in game state dot unit type. Is it a unit type? Is that what we said? Yeah. Unit type selection dot add item type. And can we cast this? Can we do to title case? Would that work, Pascal case? That would work, wouldn't it? Let's see what happens with this. Let's just make sure it doesn't refill. Bar drop down filled. Then we can just do if not filled. See what happens with that. Just realised other bits are probably going to break here. Yeah, this is still going to break. It's the number of units. We need to swap these. Let's just call them number of inventory at the moment. And let's rebuild that. Such hacky code, but it's just to figure out what works and what doesn't. No. Invalid assignment on number of units selected. Where this line? Number of units index plus 1. Game state. Game state. Because this should be number of inventory. This shouldn't be updating this value anyway. This should be calling a function. To do change this to function to add to unit count. Shouldn't access property directly. Didn't write property. Cool. That might work. There's probably other places where this is going to fail. But hopefully this is good enough to test it. Where else? Game state here. Let's just search in files, game state dot number, inventory units here. Just going to do that for the moment. Let's do the same search. Inventory. That should hopefully work now. Okay, so let's select 3. Okay, that worked. Apart from this now. So it's a type unit, but we don't want to instantiate unit scene. Where's this from? It's 2 matches. Unit scene. Yes, technically that's not the right class, is it? So we've got our unit there. So we almost want to drop down. We're on a list that we can select from. Struggling a little bit with this. I mean, I feel like this is not the right way to go about it anyway. So I'm wondering how much further down this we want to struggle. Because really this should be... Maybe this goes back to a packed scene type. But where do we tell it what type it is? Like before, how are we saying what? Placed units. Because this is all we were doing, I thought. So how does it know to use the unit scene? It can't be just because we called it unit scene. That's just a variable name, right? Oh, because we've got it here, right. Oh, this export, oh, right, gives us a drop down here. Right, that's, okay. Okay, right. So, can we do like a pack scene array? What if we do like this? How do we do array of? Square brackets, okay. I just do it like this. Is that gonna? Or is it at the end? Type the collection after this. GD scripts. Declare array of type. Type hints can't be used with array. Array containers variant container. Years ago. Let's try this. Factorize continuous memory is a downside. Factorize are less flexible, don't offer convenience. So we just want an array then. So if we save that, does this become an array? So let's do inventory. No, that's not worked as an array. I don't want to do something like this, but that's not going to work, is it? We do an array of packed scenes or not? Empty that for a moment. And then just do the 0. Oh, this is looking good. Wait, load. infantry. Bird. Bush was next, wasn't it? Yeah. And mushroom. So let's change that to like. So this should add bushes now. Maybe. No. Out of bounds on map. Did it not save them? I should pick this, shouldn't it? Debug. Unit scene array size 0. Why is it 0? It's not 0. Oh, because I need to relaunch, maybe. So it actually has this array filled. Let's do 3. No. Out of band, get index 1. Unit scene. In our game map. Array size 0. Why is that array size 0? When we go to our local map, we've got 3 there. There's definitely 3 assigned to this. Which are the 3 different units. Am I accessing the array incorrectly? Doesn't look like it. Let's just leave it at 8 by 8. Let's do 2. Outbound index 1 on base array packed-in. If we look at our map. Yeah, why is this array size 0? Save that. It's definitely in there. Why is this being cleared though? I'm definitely misunderstanding something about how this works. Is it to do with the export or what? What's happening? At export array, not keeping values. Godot. Let's have a look on this one on the Godot forums. This might be better. Running the tutorial. Okay, I haven't problems with empty start. To fill these variables in the editor as the first image shows, and the second one shows the error. Is it because this... Oh, wait. Do we need to add them here? Surely this would set an instance of this though, wouldn't it? This has them in. But the game doesn't. Do I really have to add them here? Oh no, maybe when I loaded the map it didn't have them in the first time. Okay, it doesn't matter where it's selected. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna error because it's not actually tied in properly, but that's fine. We can actually test all the right, okay. So it's just being weird that because I'd already imported the scene before I'd added in the properties, it hadn't imported them correctly. That's fine. I'm still not entirely sure I like this setup. I think, to be fair, this map probably shouldn't handle the instantiate properties here. We should really just do this. Pass this up to another controller that handles unit spawning. Because all we need to do is send this up to the unit position. Because that should give us a location, a global location, right? Map to local. Alright, I think it's coffee break time. Let's do a quick break, get some coffee and see see if I can wake my brain up a little bit. I mean, it's kind of working, but it also feels like horrible code at the moment. think the whole thing is going to need refactoring and rebuilding at some point. But yeah, it's probably a case of let's get it working first, so we get a better understanding of what happens, interactions between various scenes and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll come up with a better way of structuring it all. I'm not even sure I really like having separate scenes for the different units. But I guess if they're going to have different movements and functionalities and stuff like that, then that's all going to be set in these scenes. Okay, let's see. So let's just put this on screen. We'll be back in a few minutes. Let's just leave this on. Probably leave a little screen open somewhere. Let's do this. Just so there's a bit of movement on screen. All right, back in a couple of minutes. Just gonna get a coffee. let's do that. Okay. So what do we need to do to set this up? We want to set this up some way that we can almost have a generic option. So what's going to be the best way to do this? What I really want to happen is main menu. We can select our map and we can configure the number of units. So this won't be a drop down. Maybe in the rest of the scene here, we'd have I think we need a preview of what we're gonna have. So maybe it's a case we might need to do a bit of game design here. So can we do where's our maybe we do a little bit in here. Okay, so this scene, we're just gonna crop straight in. So I'm envisioning what we need is maybe like a map selection. Can we cut? We can't cut this out, can we? We just cut again. Do a few cuts around. We'll do this by 720, isn't it? That's our screen size. So we set this to just the fill that we've got at the moment. Doesn't really matter. Put this at the bottom. Okay, so we'll have a little think about what we want this setup screen to do. Probably want our start game down at the bottom. Map size. And then like a preview here of what the map looks like. Which for the moment, I think we can just cut one of these. Let's do this to show. How we want to lay this out. And then do we want an inventory selector? Unit. No, selection. Unit selection. Probably want to call this squad, don't we? 128, is that going to be too big? It's going to be massive, isn't it? Yep. 64. 32. 48. That's probably about right. Maybe this is squad selection. Nope. No. Don't want to copy the background as well. I just want to copy these. So we could just something like this. Let's just do... Maybe we do it like a points-based system, a bit like in like Warhammer. So based on your selections that you click on, you get like units could be worth different price. And then the cost changes. Wait, are we looping music? I'm not sure I fully get how YouTube music playlists work. This is a playlist of like a ton of songs. But I feel like it's looped already. Does it only shuffle into a list of like maybe 30, 40 songs or something like that? All right, let's also make a note to look into YouTube. Look at YouTube music. Shuffle. Cool. Yeah, something like this maybe. So maybe each of these is like a portrait of the unit type. When you hover over it, we'll want a tooltip that explains what the unit does. And maybe have left clickers being add a unit and right click remove a unit. And maybe you can only start the game. So the map selection might dictate the total squad value you're allowed. Yeah, I think I need to have a little more think about this. But right, okay, that's to come back to. But yeah, I really think this is going to need a lot more thought into the setup. Like even this unit scene, I think based on our setup, if we're selecting, where is it? If we're selecting our squad, we only need to load that unit scene array with selected units. So maybe when we first come to the squad selection, we have in our game state singleton an array of selected units which populates our list of allowed unit selections, and then we read from this when we're doing the unit placement. I think that might be what we're going to have to do. But yeah, I also think I need to have a think about how this is going to be structured. I think I'm probably going to have to do the design architecture for this. Because at the moment, we're just going to go down a route where we've got loads and loads of duplicates. I mean, maybe we just do it like this. We do like an allowed units map. We clear this as well. Maybe we pass in the dictionary. Can we tell it like this? Can we set a parameter type to dictionary? GD script type of dictionary. Parameter type of dictionary. Is it just this? Yeah, okay. So really we want this to be clear dictionary. And then we also want a function reset, which does allowed units dot clear dictionary. No, clear dictionary allowed units. Clear dictionary allowed units. Clear dictionary placed units. So now I don't think we need these. I think what we want to do is say function add allowed units. And then type, which is a value from unit type. And maybe like no, just that. And then what we want to say is allowed units. No, if allowed units dot has type, then allowed units. How do you access the key? Like this, type plus equals 1. Else allowed units so if the unit has already been added to the dictionary, we're adding 1 to the value. So this is going to be a key of ints. Can I specify that? Can I say this is unit type? Can I declare it? It's going to be in here, isn't it? Dictionary. Can I like declare type? Let's say GD script declare dictionary types. Oh. Okay, maybe we want resources rather than dictionaries. Dictionaries are typeless and they will stay that way. Good news, good news. So, GD script resource. After this tutorial, we focus on the node class in Godot is the one you use for code behavior and most of the engine's features. Another type of data source, just as an important resource. Resource is a data container. Okay, so this is scriptable objects. It's the Unity equivalent, I think. And I think Godot saves from disk is a resource, or loads from disk. It's seen image resource examples. When the engine loads a resource from disk, it loads it only once. If a copy of that resource is already in memory, trying to load the resource again will return the same copy every time. All the resources only contain data, there's no need to duplicate them. And also script resources. Resource scripts inherit the ability to freely translate between object properties and serialized text or binary data. They also inherit reference counting memory management from ref counted type. This comes with many distinct advantages over alternative data structures such as JSON, CSV, custom. Users can only import these assets as a dictionary or a file access to pass. What sets resources apart is their inheritance of objects features. Right, so what? We're creating a bot and giving it the stats resource. we're giving default values to things. Yeah, similar to scriptable objects. The inspector provides built-in support for custom resources. If desired, users can design their own control-based tool scripts and combine them with an editor plugin. Okay. Yeah, this is something I need to do a lot more research into, it looks like. Godot resources. Equals scriptable objects. Just writing this down. Scriptable objects. Cool, okay. I think this is something I want to have a look at in more detail, which I'll probably try and find some tutorial video to go over, and then maybe next stream or the stream after we'll run through it. But rather than searching through YouTube now for some info, let's see if we can consider what we want to do here. Let's see if we can jump onto a different playlist as well. That might work. I don't know. Okay. So we say we've got our. Let's continue on with how we were going to do this. So we've got an allowed units dictionary that we're adding our type. So we need a way to remove a unit as well. Function remove allowed units. And this is going to be of type, unit type. So if allowed units but has type, allowed units type minus equals 1. And then if allowed units type is now equal to 0, we want to remove it, which we do dictionary.erase key. So allowed units dot erase type. Else we don't need to worry about. And actually, if we do this as if it's less than or equal to 0, just on some oddity where if someone like spam clicks remove units and something doesn't work in terms of the event order, don't want to end up with a negative amount of units. So then else, what if they try and remove a unit that isn't there? Probably just want to print for the moment. This needs to throw an error. Attempting to remove unit not on allowed list. Yeah, this YouTube music's playing up. Why are you playing up? Let's try. Just put some other music on. Sorry, 1 second with this. So there's a whole playlist, right? Hopefully that's just going to continue at the end of this song, but who knows? Okay, that is fine. So what we need to do is we need to connect these into our event bus. Let's maybe call this like unit drafted. And this is going to be type of type game state dot unit type. Can we get to that? I should be able to get to that, right? Yeah, cool. And then so this is unit drafted. And maybe we say like unit dismissed. So here is where we're going to have to wait, this is not the setup. We want the lobby one, don't we? Yeah, lobby. So we want a load of buttons over here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to think through what I want this to look like still. I think what we do is we add into our lobby, we add some more buttons. And we're going to need it in its own panel. Don't want to do that. We want to do new panel container. So this one is 460 by 720. So I want an 820 by 720 panel. God, this is a bit intense. $820 by $720. And I've forgotten where we clear the theme. So I think our button is going to be like 90 by 90. How do I say change the sizes? I don't want to fill. Custom minimum size, 90 by 90. Can I do... No, that's all right. So we want left and right click available. On button press. And maybe let's duplicate this a couple of times. So we'll just do 3 for the moment. And we want to do this as like a grid container. And we'll put the 3 buttons in it. God, my computer's starting to slow down a bit. I don't know why that's happening, but... And then we do central horizontal like this. We do like 5 columns. Can I do... I want these to be like centered. And I also want to remove this background, which I don't know, texture, material. No. How have we done it on this one? Theme empty, Starbucks empty. Theme overrides panel style. Theme overrides panel. That's it. So where on this can we say that we want the contents to be centered? That's got to be on here somewhere, right? Godot center grid contents. Contains a number of texture buttons. All I want to do is make it so that it's at the center of the screen with an equal amount of space left and right. Surely I don't have to do it in code. Press the layout button from the pop-up menu, select center. So it's in the toolbar above the scene's viewport. That's the sizing. No. Is that what we want? Not really. That's what we want. Okay. Don't know how that works, but and then can we add spacing between items? That's got to be here. Horizontal separation, like 60. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, and then can we add like labels to each of these? Do something like this. Drafted 0 on each one. I mean, obviously, it's going to need a whole load of actual UI work and stuff like that. UI, UX work. But at the moment, that could be okay. And then in our lobby script here. So we don't really want to do this anymore. But maybe we can use number of inventory as like a catch. Like total units. Let's get rid of these. This needs refactoring anyway, so let's do that for the moment, that's fine. Where are we here? In our lobby. So actually here in the lobby. Do we want links to all of this? We want links to these, don't we? Actually, we don't need to the buttons, we need to the labels. And then the buttons, we want to add the signals. I just want to see if this works. So this will be our inventory. So we want event bus dot unit drafted of type game state dot unit type inventory. No, I need dot emit and then pass that as the emit. Yes, maybe. And then we say label1.text. Label.text. No. Drafted plus game state dot allowed units of type unit type, which is going to be this. So maybe we want to do update label function, which passes in the type, and we're going to do function update label unit type like that. And then can we do a switch? What's the Godot equivalent of a switch? Wait, GD scripts. Switch. Match. So if game state, this is such messy code. Loud units dot has this. And then an else label.text. Drafted 0. And then do the same for the other unit types. Which is probably where we want to do a for each instead. So bush, mushroom. No, this, and this. And this is label 2. Oh, underscore 2, sorry. It's label 3 and label 3. So then this is update label. Can we see right click versus left click? Can we get the event? We need a right click versus left click here. So GD script button click check right click. I don't really want to do this. Yes, this is what I want to do. One button GUI input. So this is the one I want to collect. Let's pop this up here. So that's left. And then right, we want to do... Actually, we're always going to update the button. That's fine. For both of these. Button left not declared in current scope, but it's... Do you mean to use... What's it? Mouse button left, yes. And this is unit dismissed, is it? Yeah. Okay, then we want to tie the other two and do the same. And then we'll see if that works, and we'll have to refactor it. I wish it would just add it there. Because there's a lot of reuse code here that we don't need to keep copy and pasting. And one more on the mushroom. This is all very messy code. Especially because it's all just repeated, just for different different unit types. Okay, let's see what happens with this, because there's a lot of changes there. And I think if we just look at the remote setup, we'll have a good idea of what's happening. String and int operator. So I'm going to cast these all to strings, aren't I? It's another reason why it needs to be reusable code. So I don't have to do this all over the place. Well, that looks like it's working just straight as expected. That would be great if that's the case. Let's have a look at our game state. And our allowed units. So in our game state, infantry is 0, bush is 1, and mushroom is 2. So 0 has a count of 3. 1 has a count of 3. Yeah, that looks right. And if I get rid of them entirely, they get removed? No, that's not right. It's just removing the last key, right? Which is wrong. This shouldn't be 0. I'm sure that this should have values of 0, 1, and 2. So if we print here our type, what's actually happening? Let's check our output. That's 1, that's 0, and that's 2. That is correct. But why is the key not working then? Because here, when we remove all of these, this is wrong then. Clear dictionary, clear keys. Let's print loud units type and type here. What's actually happening? Loud unit types is the count there, that's 0. It's always removing the last key added. Like when it's setting the keys, that's wrong anyway. Why is it setting key 2? That should be 2, that should be 1. And that should be 0. Why is it setting key 2 all the time? Should I maybe cast this to a string first? I see, if we can get this working then I think that would be a good stopping point. And we might do a little bit of analysis of Into the Breach. So we're going to look at our game state. Loud units dictionary, empty at the moment. Okay, we're not adding our count at the moment, but see, that just got rid of 0, but that should be the 1. So this isn't working as expected. And then this also needs to be like string here. And we'll do mushroom. Push. So this bit's kind of working. I think we've got an incorrect understanding of how erase works, because that's not working as expected. And let's refresh it. More errors. Erase is always and removing the last key. It's not actually removing the correct key. Let's swap these over just so that we got this correct. Where's our dictionary erase? We should do this. We're not iterating over the dictionary, so that shouldn't matter. Two, 1 and 0, that's all correct. Don't know why our text is not updating now as well. Unbutton down for signal button down. That's not going to matter, is it? Oh, because these need to be strings as well. Oh god, I really don't like this. This is so messy. Definitely need to figure out a much better way of doing this. So that should work with the updates now. Yeah, there we go. We've got our counters back. But why is it? It's removing the wrong key. Okay, I'm going a bit cross-eyed with this. I'm going to save this. We're going to come back to this at another point. I need to have a sit down and look through some of the documents for this. So this is kind of working. We're going to do a squad selection. We'd have the picture of the unit here. And then we'd want it so that the drop down is linked into which unit you're selecting to be placed. I did kind of want to have a little look at making some notes about Into the Breach as well, but I don't know when I want to do that. I'm just thinking I haven't got a load of time now. I could do maybe some initial thoughts. No, I think I'm gonna fill this out a bit more off stream and then go over it next stream. Might be a good idea. This is kind of annoying me that this isn't working as expected. There's got to be something simple happening here. Maybe it's just these dictionaries that isn't working. I feel like if I also move it into the resource rather than a dictionary, we might be better off that way. Because then we won't have to access it through here either, which I think will be better. Yeah, okay. So, quick summary of what we've attempted to do. Just so I've got a good starting point for next time, hopefully. Is we now have other unit scenes, don't we? So we've got like our mushroom scene, an inventory scene, and a bush scene. And these can be used to determine what gets placed. We could probably hook up, actually, while we're here, we could hook up this drop down to make the right selection. So in our setup GUI, if we hook this up, what do we want to do? We want to tell map that we're clicking on. We want to change this value here. This all needs restructuring. This is already getting quite messy and we've only got like 3 units. So yeah. I think we'll come back to this when we've got a clearer head and a bit more time available for the stream. I don't want to start messing around with this and cutting stuff up when I haven't got any more time to do. So I think we're going to wrap up there. Let's have a quick look. At when we can stream next. Hopefully another stream tomorrow. Might need to do, might just like step away from this for a second and maybe might do some pixel art instead. Unless if I can find a good tutorial that will take me through how to do resources and how to use this code correctly. Because otherwise I'm just going to stumble around with this for a bit. Which is fine to do, but I want to be clearer about what's happening before doing that on stream, I think. We'll see. So hopefully a stream tomorrow. If not, it'll definitely be on Thursday. Most likely going to be some pixel art. So what we might do is we might continue with our when we started this pixel practice. This scene. Because we still need to finish off the sky and finish off our backgrounds here and a bit more of this village. And then I'd like to add some animation frames. So have the smoke animated. Maybe have the clouds moving across a little bit and lantern swinging, changing some lights, casting some shadows, that kind of stuff. So that's probably what we're going to do next stream. Maybe we'll do the analysis of Into the Breach. Just as like first impressions kind of thing. There's plenty in this game that I think, especially in terms of the UI and the tooltips, would lift quite well into any turn-based battler. So that'll be what we look at. Cool. All right. Well, thanks to everyone who's been lurking. Hope it's been interesting. And some of people chatting earlier. I hope you all have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.